It's sunny, it's a bit breezy and fresh, but it's just lovely to be out on the beach. It's absolutely stunning. So here we are out on the open coast, and there's nothing better than spending the day picking fresh seaweeds to put into broths, soups, making powders. Just being outdoors is just so calming, relaxing, almost meditative. It's just amazing being on the beach. So we're looking predominantly for lava seaweed. I mean, it's our national dish here in Wales. It's just a pleasure to see it. So it's really important that we don't pick too much seaweed, or any other plant for that matter. We should always use scissors, and always cut it about an inch or two below the holdfast. And you should never ever pick seaweed on high tide line where it's been washed in. You always want to pick your seaweed fresh. You should never ever pick seaweed from dirty water. So we're lucky here in Pembrokeshire, the water in the sea is always really clean. Now I'm off to look for some rack seaweed. Yeah, when I'm out here, it's just inspiring for me as a chef, a creative chef. We're going to pickle the rack seaweed later as an accompaniment to the broth. You know, just being on the beach is fantastic, but cutting the seaweed as well is really therapeutic. While you're swirling it round and washing it in the rock pools, you know, even that's just very meditative. Brings you back down onto ground level. So all seaweeds contain every vitamin and mineral, so they're like a superfood. So you could basically live on eating this stuff. It's really, really good for you. Being out here just clears your mind, and it helps with my inspiration as a creative chef. So this is carrageen or Irish moss. We can pickle it, put it into vinegar. It's amazing. We also dry it and use it for thickening things like mousses and gels. So here we are picking this lovely vibrant green sea lettuce that we're going to use and dry it out. You can also pickle this, which is just fantastic. So I did have a look around for some lovely fresh kelp today, but the tide isn't big enough. The low tide isn't big enough. There's not a big spring tide at the moment. So when we go back, we'll have to use some of the stuff that I dried before. So up in the distance you'll see a seaweed hut. So there would have been many more seaweed huts in this area, right up into the dunes back in the olden days. And families would have picked the seaweeds, dried them in the huts, and sold those dried seaweeds to market for cooking. Or of course they'd use the seaweeds for fertilising the soil. There's some lovely looking golden samphire here. It looks perfect. I'll probably just dress it in the seaweed vinegar and oil and then just put it on top. Oh look, there's some rock samphire seeds. We just use these straight off the plant, or on whatever we're using to garnish with. Samphires are all members of the carrot family, so they smell really strongly of carrots, taste of carrots. We like to steam it or use the seeds, or we just use the plant dressed in some seaweed vinegar and oil. There's some wild thyme. This grows on the rock faces here in Pembrokeshire, on the cliff sides, and it tastes and smells mildly of lemongrass. Well, again, I've had an amazing day today. I'm going to go back now and cook a lovely broth that'll sustain me for the following week. I'm still looking as I walk. I mean, I can't help it. Once a forager, always a forager. Happy foraging.